Hi, it's Maureen Muldoon, and we are here with Lesson 25 from A Course in Miracles. And I'm just going to read it for you and see what it has for us today. So it says, Lesson 25, I do not know what anything is for. Purpose is meaning. Today's idea explains why nothing you see means anything. Therefore, it is meaningless to you. Everything is for your own best interest. That is what it's for. That is its purpose. That is what it means. It is in recognizing this that your goals become unified. It is in recognizing this that what you see is given meaning. So the first portion of this is basically saying, first of all, let's practice open-mindedness. We don't know what anything is for, but the reason we can practice open-mindedness is that we can trust that everything's for our highest and greatest good. So we don't have to spend a lot of time planning or figuring these things out. A Course in Miracles says that a healed mind doesn't plan. So we can come to this moment and just see what there is for us in this moment. See who is there for us to love. See who is there for us to learn from. See what is there for us to experience without pre-planning. The ego loves to plan, and it loves to sum up, and it loves to categorize, and it loves to define. It loves to say, I know what this is going to happen. I know how this is going to go down. I know what he's going to say. So this lesson is asking us to surrender that, to surrender the need to know. It goes on to say, you perceive the world and everything is in it as meaningful in terms of ego goals. These goals have nothing to do with your own best interest because the ego is not you. The false identification makes you incapable of understanding what anything is for. As a result, you're bound to misuse it. And when you believe this, you will try to withdraw the goals you have assigned to the world instead of attempting to reinforce them. So it's when you start to understand that, all of this is just sort of like this little puppet show that's going on. It's so not important. It doesn't matter. If you can do what you're called to do with love, with peace, with joy, awesome. If you start to get hooked up on it or take it seriously or say this is important, we've gotten out of alignment with what the purpose is. The purpose of everything is for your highest good, but it's for peace. So it says another way of describing the goals you're now perceiving is to say that they are all concerned with personal interests. So if you think about the goals that you have, I want to, get this, or I want to do that, or I want to experience that, they're all connected with this personal interest. First of all, most of the time, we're graveling for breadcrumbs. God has such a better plan for us. We're saying, God, I want this, and we're showing God a handful of breadcrumbs, and God is like, why are you underestimating me? I've got something so much better for you, and you don't have to be the one who's large and in charge. I'm the one who's large and in charge, and I can take care of this. So basically, it's like we're going to get into the passenger seat with God and say, I don't know where we're going, but I'm sure the ride's going to be awesome. So it says, at the most superficial level, you do not recognize purpose, yet purpose cannot be understood at these levels. For example, you do not understand that a telephone is for the purpose, For example, you do understand that a telephone is for the purpose of talking to someone who is not physically in your immediate vicinity. What you do not understand is what you want to reach him for. And it is this that makes your contact with him meaningful or not. So the purpose of connecting with anyone is to be an extension of God's love. But we forget that, and we think, I'm going to, connect with this person, place, or thing so I can get this, or this done. And we start to make up these agendas and these plans, these alternate plans outside of, what God would have us do or be. And so we kind of have to surrender that. We don't know what anything is for, which is uncomfortable for a lot of us because we want to know what everything is for. We have this ego that wants to know, that wants to define everything. But basically, we have to accept that God is throwing us a surprise party every single day. It's really uncomfortable for a lot of people to have surprise parties because we are addicted to controlling things. But once we recognize that we don't have any control over anything anyhow, it kind of helps us to move into our right-mindedness. It says it's crucial to your learning to be willing to give up the goals you have established for everything. The recognition that they are meaningless rather than good or bad is the only way to accomplish this. The idea for today is to step in this direction. So 6 practice periods, each for 2-minute durations, are required. Each practice period should begin with a slow repetition of the idea for the day. I do not know what anything is for. I do not know what anything is for. Followed by looking about you and letting your glance rest on whatever happens to catch your eye, near or far, important or unimportant, human or non-human. With your eyes resting on each subject, you so select, say for example, I do not know what this chair is for, I do not know what this pencil is for, I do not know what this hand is for. When we do these practice periods, it's a practice. It's just to get into the feeling nature of surrendering all of the planning and manipulating and the controlling that goes on in the mind. And then it says, say this quite slowly without shifting your eyes from the subject until you have completed the statement about it. Then move on to the next subject and apply today's idea as before. It's such a very simple, beautiful lesson, but it's kind of the backbone of the whole idea of row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And if we can practice that with this lesson, if we can just go, I don't know what this is for. I'm just experiencing this right now. It must be good. It must be for my highest good. I'm open to not planning, not judging, not crucifying. I'm just open to experiencing it. And when we practice this for 2 minutes, for 6 times today, you're going to see things in your house and in your environment that you have overlooked. The pencil is going to look completely different to you. The chair is going to look completely different to you. The cup is going to look completely different to you. And it's kind of a beautiful practice. So take your time, enjoy it. God bless. And
it's not that unusual when everything is beautiful. It's just another